Hare Krishna everyone, we're continuing to read the Teachings of Lord Kapila, the book by His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Chapter 16, The Pure Devotees' Spiritual Opulence. Continuing. Nonetheless, the devotees do not aspire for all this opulence. Their only aspiration is to engage in the service of the Lord. In this way, they get everything. Nor are the devotees interested in attaining the mystic yoga siddhis. They do not need to be able to create a planet, for they can create Vaikuntha by worshipping Krishna in the temple. The temple is nirguna, transcendental to the gunas. In the Shastras, it is said that the forest is characterized by sattva guna, goodness, and the city is characterized by rajaguna, passion. Because in the city there is a great deal of illicit sex, intoxication, gambling, and meat eating. Formerly, when people were aspiring for spiritual realization, they left the cities and went to the forest. That was the vanaprastha stage. The word vana means forest. Forest. Before taking sannyasa, a man should leave his family and go to the forest to begin practicing austerities. Vanam gato yadharim ashrayeta. Actually, superior to living in the forest is living in the temple, because the temple is nirguna, above all the gunas, even sattva guna. The inhabitants of the temple are actually in Vaikuntha. Lord Kapila Deva next explains the nature of the special opulences of the devotees. Text 38. Nakarhichinmat parashantarupe nanksyanti no me nimisho lediheti Yesham aham priya atmasutascha sakha gurum suhrido daivamishtam. Translation. The Lord continued, My dear mother, devotees who receive such transcendental opulences are never bereft of them. Neither weapons nor the change of time can destroy such opulences. Because the devotees accept me as their friend, relative, son, preceptor, benefactor, and the supreme deity, they cannot be deprived of their possessions at any time. Purport. It is stated in Bhagavad Gita that one may elevate himself to the higher planetary systems, even up to Brahmaloka, by dint of pious activities. But when the effects of such pious activities are finished, one again comes back to this earth to begin a new life of activities. Thus, even though one is promoted to the higher planetary system for enjoyment and a long duration of life, still, that is not a permanent settlement. But, as far as the devotees are concerned, their assets, this achievement of devotional service and the consequent opulence of Vaikuntha, even on this planet, are never destroyed. In this verse, Kapila Deva addresses his mother as Shantarupa, indicating that the opulences of devotees are fixed. because devotees are eternally fixed in the Vaikuntha atmosphere, which is called Shanta Rupa, because it is in the mode of pure goodness, undisturbed by the modes of passion and ignorance. Once one is fixed in the devotional service of the Lord, his position of transcendental service cannot be destroyed. And the pleasure and service simply increase unlimitedly. For the devotees engaged in Krishna consciousness in the Vaikuntha atmosphere, there is no influence of time. In the material atmosphere, in the material world, the influence of time destroys everything. But in the Vaikuntha atmosphere, there is no influence of time or of the demigods, because there are no demigods in the Vaikuntha planets. Here, our activities are controlled by different demigods. Even if we move our hand and leg, the action is controlled by the demigods. But in the Vaikuntha atmosphere, there is no influence of the demigods or of time. Therefore, there is no question of destruction. When the time element is present, there is the certainty of destruction. But when there is no time element, past, present, or future, then everything is eternal. Therefore, this verse uses the words nankshanti no, indicating that the transcendental opulences will never be destroyed. The reason for freedom from destruction is also described. The devotees accept the Supreme Lord as the most dear personality and reciprocate with him in different relationships. They accept the Supreme Personality of Godhead as a dearmost friend, relative, son, preceptor, well-wisher, or deity. The Lord is eternal. Therefore, any relationship in which we accept him is also eternal. It is clearly confirmed herein that the relationships cannot be destroyed, and therefore the opulences of those relationships are never destroyed. Every living entity has the propensity to love someone. We can see that if someone has no object of love, he generally directs his love to a pet animal like a cat or a dog. Thus, the eternal propensity for love in all living entities is always searching for a place to reside. From this verse, we can learn that we can love the Supreme Personality of Godhead as our dearmost object, as a friend, as a son, as a preceptor, or as a well-wisher. And there will be no cheating and no end to such love. We shall eternally enjoy the relationship with the Supreme Lord in different aspects. A special feature of this verse is the acceptance of the Supreme Lord as the Supreme Preceptor. Bhagavad Gita is spoken directly by the Supreme Lord, and Arjuna accepted Krishna as his Guru, or spiritual master. Similarly, we should accept only Krishna as the supreme spiritual master. When we speak of Krishna, we include his confidential devotees. Krishna is not alone. Krishna includes his name, his form, his qualities, his abode, his associates, etc. For example, a king is always associated with his secretary, his commander, his servant, and so much paraphernalia. As soon as we accept Krishna and his associates as our preceptors, no ill effects can destroy our knowledge. In the material world, the knowledge we acquire may change because of the influence of time. But nevertheless, the conclusions received from Bhagavad Gita directly from the speeches of the Supreme Lord Krishna can never change. There is no use interpreting Bhagavad Gita. It is eternal. Jai. We shall stop here for today and continue tomorrow with the topic of how spiritual life is eternal and relationship with the Lord is permanent, and some more stories, examples. So tune in tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in today. The link to this book is in the description. Please check out our website shravanamdiaries.com, and we shall see you later. Hare Krishna.